Good afternoon, people of Dargz. It is me, Dargz, and today we're going to be talking about some slop, I don't know. So I had the idea of making one of these daily content channels for a while now, and I never really followed through on it. I'm not really good at just talking to myself for long extended periods of time, but one of the things I really want to achieve with this is just being able to do that better. And after seeing Yeah start his own, I kind of did finally get the motivation to do this. I'm going to really try to tackle topics that he's not going to do because I don't want to be directly copying what he's got on doing right now. So I don't know if this will be a daily thing like he's doing. It might be, it depends if I get topics or not, but these first few videos I'm going to do, apologies if my narration is not that great. I am not used to doing this. So if you could put up with me blabbering like this, then welcome to the Dargz channel. We're out here doing our slop. We're out here doing our supposedly daily content. We might be. Let's go. Let's give it up for the first slop upload to this channel. There will be plenty more to come, hopefully, unless this is like a one-off fling, but we have no idea yet. I kind of wanted to make this video just as a way to talk about this situation that's been on my mind for a few days now. I put out my new BANBAN 6 video, and I enjoyed making that one. It was fine, you know, obligatory BANBAN upload once every 3 months. You get the gist. But while I was making that video, a very interesting saga happened that I really didn't get that much into detail when I was making that video. And that was this weird drama that the Euphoric brothers got in with another YouTuber named Core. So I was made aware of this while I was still writing, but when I finished the script, the Euphoric brothers hadn't responded yet. So I didn't include the response when I was making my video, which I kind of regret in hindsight. I was gonna include a little addendum at the end talking about it, but I was just too lazy to. I had a sponsor deadline I had to meet. I just didn't really want to do it. But I did include the fact that Core got kicked out of this partner program that the Euphoric brothers had running. But I didn't go nearly as much into detail as I wanted to about it. So here I'm just going to talk about that, not really do that much editing, just give the full facts and some gameplay, and we'll call it a day there. Does that sound good? I hope so. I have no idea. I don't know what the reception is going to be for this. So the thing that initially made me aware about this whole drama that was going on behind my back was this comment that I got on one of my community posts. It seems to be like it was commented on a burner account. I don't know. But they just made this really long comment talking about the fact that the Euphoric brothers kicked out Core from this partner program that they had because he apparently criticized BANBAN 4 while he was playing it. Now, this obviously doesn't surprise me. If I had to guess any other people that are in that program, it's probably like Think Noodles, Lankybox, whoever. People that are obviously not going to give much criticism to these games. And I understand why, like, being overwhelmingly positive to these games definitely caters to their audience a lot more than what I have going on. But Core seems to be a bit more respectable than that. He seems to be a bit more self-respecting in that regard. He definitely does seem more like the type that would criticize a game even if he is a part of this developer group. But obviously, for the Euphoric brothers, that's not good business for some reason. Despite this ironic fan base that they've got, really adding a lot to the people that enjoy their games, even if it is in a negative way in their eyes. But essentially, Core uploaded this video, or I think it was a stream, I don't know, but somebody else uploaded what he was talking about when this whole situation went down, and they thankfully also added English subtitles. And in that video, he just basically talking about the fact that the Euphoric brothers kicked them out of this little program that they had, and that he was quietly removed, I think. I don't even think the Euphoric brothers announced that he was kicked out. I think he just left the server after he found out that he was removed from it, which is obviously an extremely scummy thing to do if true. But at this time, we didn't really have many other facts to go off of. We just had Core's side of the story. But knowing the Euphoric brothers' track record, I didn't really question it. I definitely took everything he was saying as if it just was true because I don't really like those guys. guys from my past interactions. To be fair, I did once take their trademark, so I understand why they might not like me, but that might be a story for another time, because that was also pretty fucking wild. But after that video went down, I thought that was pretty scummy. I talked about it for a little bit in the video that I put out, but I didn't mention it after that little portion that I wrote in while I was still writing the video. But after I got done writing the script for that video, Core started talking about this drama on Twitter, and one of the first things that I saw was the fact that the Euphoric Brothers removed the Portuguese talking channel in their server. Now, this was obviously because a lot of Brazilian fans are probably pissed that the Euphoric Brothers did this, and they were definitely talking about the drama a lot in that channel. I don't know if this is true. I'm going to say that this is likely. I don't understand why else they would do this, but the things that the Euphoric Brothers are claiming otherwise don't really add up either. So it didn't take long for Ferris and Geppo to return to Twitter after 8 months to address this more. And in their addressing of these claims, they literally just lie. I remember at one part of the tweet, they say that Core was never even a part of their partner program, which is just not true if you look at all the other evidence that was listed. One of the things I really like about this tweet is the community note that just says that everything that the Euphoric Brothers listed is literally the exact opposite of what happened. Like, good going there, Ferris and Geppo. You're really changing the public opinion about you guys. 10 out of 10 job. Good job, fellas. So this went on for a little bit longer. There was obviously a lot of Portuguese and Brazilian fans of the Euphoric Brothers and Garten of Banban that were really disappointed by this news. A lot of the fans were definitely fans of Core, because if you like mascot horror in Brazil, I assume that you probably also watch Core. It's like how here in the States and in Britain, you probably watch Dawko if you do like mascot horror stuff. So that's completely understandable. But it started to get even worse somehow. Since there is no place for Portuguese fans to talk in the server anymore, there was a bunch of people that spoke Portuguese that were trying to just talk in general. And these people as well started getting banned and their messages removed from the channel. I remember myself, I went on a burner account to go into the server and see if they would ban me for speaking Portuguese in there. And although I didn't get banned, they did time me out for a whole hour. I wasn't saying anything rude. I didn't bring up anything about Core. All I went in there was to say I love Banban in Portuguese, basically, and ask where the Portuguese channel went. I didn't do anything else on that account. I'll put up the screenshots right here, and I still got timed out for that. I saw some other screenshots floating around of the mod saying that only English in the general channel, which usually would be fine, but if you have a server that allows a whole bunch of people to talk in different languages in different text channels, but you exclude one language because you got into beef with somebody for that, is completely unprofessional, and I still do not understand why they did this. The brothers also claim that there was raids from Brazilian fans going into their server and spamming slurs in Portuguese, but there's no documentation of this at all, and judging by their track record, they're probably also being dishonest here, which sucks. Like, I'd kinda understand where they're coming from if that was the case. I still think completely removing the channel itself was the absolute worst thing that they could have done in that situation, but I at least understand it a little bit more. But all this comes off as is that they're silencing criticism from people that were obviously upset by the Core stuff and wanted criticism of their game to just be allowed in the server, or just allowed to be talked about by content creators even if they are a part of this program that they have going on. Eventually, this started to blow over a little bit. Core ended up following me on Twitter after this, which I thought was pretty interesting. But before the year ended, the Euphoric Brothers also decided to unblock everyone on their block list, which I thought was pretty funny because I'm pretty sure they absolutely despise me and all of my content creator friends. And honestly, like I brought up before, I'd understand why they dislike me because I also wasn't the best to them. I'd wish to change that sometime though. Like, I'd definitely be open to doing something with the Euphoric Brothers in the future if they actually do start lightening up to the criticism of their game. But if they're not going to even let Core get a pass here, I don't think they're going to let anyone else, unfortunately. It is a really bizarre case, and I really did want to talk about it a little bit more. I don't know if they're going to block me soon because of my open criticism of them as people as well as their game, but I do remember when I got the notification that they unblocked me on New Year's, the first thing that I quote retweeted them with was add Brazilian handy Dan to their game, and I'm still not blocked, so So I don't know if they're just not on Twitter again or what they're doing. I don't know if they're going to return, but I'm pretty excited for the future. I don't know if they're going to start doing better. I have no idea, really. But if BANBAN continues going in the trajectory that it is, I honestly might not be covering it nearly as much as I've been. It's really fallen off a lot this past year, and I don't think that even children are as interested in it anymore. So the BANBAN train might be coming to its final stop soon. I don't know. I might still make videos on every chapter, but as of right now, it's starting to look like things are really gonna start slowing down. I haven't really heard much else about this whole drama. I don't know if the Portuguese channel was reinstated in the Euphoric Brothers server. If any of you are in that, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to be looking at every single one, trying to respond to as many as I can, which is probably not going to be much since I don't really expect that many people to be coming here right away. But despite that, I'm still gonna try to make content on this channel at least semi-frequently. I kind of just wanted to do this as a way to ramble about this situation since I don't really see many people talking about this. And I also do kind of just want to have this channel as a way for me to build up my speaking skills, like I said earlier. So this will at least be a little bit frequent. Probably not daily. I'm not going to promise daily. If this does better than expectations, I do have some more topics. I might put one out again tomorrow. But as of right now, this is just going to be something that I'm going to be doing for fun that I've wanted to do for a while. So like I said previously, if you're able to put up with my narration here, expect more things in the future, maybe. I still have no idea. But I will be responding to every comment that's put on here. If you want to say anything to me, this channel is going to be a lot more laid back. It's going to be a lot more relaxed. I don't really have to do much extensive research on the things I'm talking about here. It's just going to be me blabbering for about 10 minutes or so. And that's basically the plan. So if you enjoy what you're hearing, you can subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It'd be nice to get 1,000 subscribers on here at some point. I think that we can do it, honestly. Yes, aiming for 100,000 on his slop channel. We could get 1,000 on good old Dargz here. We're the underdog, guys. He might be the actual dog, but we're the fucking underdog here, bros. I love the Dargz Nation, and I love my parasocial fans. Yippee! Oh, joyous, joyous day. Okay, jokes aside, though, I am probably going to be ending this here soon, so as I said, if you like it, subscribe. If you don't, then you don't have to come back here. I'm not going to really be forcing this many places. But other than that, I have been Dargz, and until next time, see ya.